Hey guys, I'm just getting set up to start a little project. I know I was going to do a project that basically failed. Where's my failure at? The material I was going to make another one of these. I was using probably mild steel, probably not the right material, but I got all the concepts correct. And so I went to the recycling center and I bought my my blocks of steel. I've got one mounted up here, and I kind of changed the way my black curtain looks. And this is protecting my magnet strips with tools and my little desk and my computer. I have another black sheet somewhere, but rather than looking for it, I went ahead and just hung this blue tarp back here. And it protects the breaker box, the propane heater, and obviously the back wall. I think most of the chip activity is over here to the left of the machine, it seems. But anything to make it a little easier. I'm also going to try a new camera mount. I'm going to try this back here. At that angle, just to change things up. I took my camera mount off and added the light. I have the same kind of deal here for the camera. And that stores right here inside the lathe. Electrical gremlins have seemed to have, well, I think I fixed it. I had some bare wire in the electrical box that might have been grounding out. So I got some liquid electrical tape and did a liberal coating on that. So we're going to clean this up on all sides. And what I want to ask you, I think, is to clear out the bulk of the material for the V-Wave. To clear out the bulk of this material, should I use an end mill, like a 1/2-inch end mill, and just use it like a drill and just drill down and take out most of the mass, and then come in with my dovetail cutter? So I will actually look at some YouTube videos of people making tool holders, or usually I don't know if it's like I like to make my own mistakes or what, but on the candle holder, the candlestick holder, I went as far as refusing not to look at my own video of how that happened. So God knows why. It sounds like an insane thing to do. I got some anti-corrosion juice on my adapter plate. Where's that at? It's a CRC product. My wife's got the new iPhone 15 Plus. It has an amazing screen picture. Okay, there's also, I want to pick your brains. So, in order to put a feed on here, see, my lead screw extends well out from the table, all the way out to here. So what I need to do is I need to find somebody who's willing to measure the length of the lead screw from this face out and give me a diagram of any of the details of it. Because what I'm planning on doing is removing this lead screw, machining it, shortening it, machining it to fit one of the drive motors. I may be able to come across a feed at my friend nearby is closing his machine shop down, and it's possible I could get some good deals on some stuff. He might even give me some things, and he may allow me to take the feed off so I can get my own measurements on what I need to do to my lead screw. And that's once you take that lead screw off and start cutting it in half, or cutting just 8 inches off of it, there's no turning back. But the drives themselves have a plate that looks like this. So we would be completely eliminating this and just having the drive motor down here. And of course we'll save the crank handle and all that. So if anybody's willing to help me out with those, any ideas concerning that upgrade, and you know what, I'll watch some videos and see how people do this. In the meantime, I'll just clean this up. So that's all I got. I'm in the backyard. I'm replacing this fence, and the people who did the original fence used about 3 bags of concrete for each post. So there's no bringing that out. There is, but it'd be a lot of work. So what I did is I'm offsetting. I went 4 feet from the house, and I'll cut my first panel in half and then measure every 8 feet for a post, and hopefully avoid all those puddles of concrete. So I got my first post mounted, I guess, planted. And this is my temporary fence. I have wooden dowels. There's some fencing I had left over from my backyard fence job. And then I got this little handiwork here. This, if the dogs are going to escape, it's going to be that fence. I've come out here before with that last panel down there on the house laying on the ground. What I did with this fence is the original 4x4s were cut off at the ground. I bored a 1-inch hole and got these structural steel 1-inch pipes and pounded them down into the 4x4, the hole I drilled. And that worked really good. It's still working really good right here and probably right here. But for the most part, it lasted 3-4 years, and it's time to, I was going to reuse these fence panels to save money, but I think I'm going to probably get new fence panels as well. They're not much. I mean, everything I needed for the post, I got 3 posts and some slats. It's $35 or so. Here's my okay, that's enough of my car's finally running. This tree 2 weeks ago was literally a twig coming out of the ground. I planted this late summer, and moles kind of invaded our yard, and the dogs peed on it and whatever. There was nothing there but a little stick. And the wife kept saying, it's dead, it's dead. And I said, no, it's not. We're going to talk to it. Talk to it, encourage it. So 2 weeks ago, I got a picture of this thing about 2 inches off the ground with 4 or 5 leaves. And it's literally grown that much in 2 weeks. I attribute that to the root system already being established. It is a hackberry tree, and it is the tree that used to overhang my shop right here, and it was splitting in half and becoming a danger to my property. So the neighbor had the tree removed. He slabbed some of it, and oh, there it is right there. Oh, okay. What's that over there? Big concrete pad. The neighbor is building a machine shop in his side yard. The concrete is up to 12 inches thick on the edges. It's 24 inches thick where the pillars go. And it's overall 6 inches thick. And it's obviously a little low in the center. But that's the complete building sitting there on skids. And they're going to start that probably in a couple weeks. Of course, I've told him I would be available to scrub his toilets and carry his chips out to the chip bin. And, you know, whatever he needed, I want to be part of it, because there'll be lots to learn there. He's got one big boring mill coming from his father's shop, which is the shop where I got the condo. And the rest, he's got some CNC machines he's purchased new. He already has contracts with some big names that you would recognize. So, yeah, there it is. And with that, listen to the train go by. No, I think that's it for the horn. Hey, Peach. How you doing, girl? She was a trooper last night. Today is July 5th, and she was a trooper with all the fireworks going off. Her sister was totally freaked, even though she had probably 4 times the amount of doggy downer that you're supposed to prescribe. But, yeah. I've become one of those people that carries a chihuahua around. I don't have a stroller or anything like that yet. So yes, I've become one of those people. My wife used to dog sit these dogs. There's 2 of them. And I worked with the fella who owned the dogs. And he offered me $1,000 to take both of these dogs and call them mine. They're the most expensive dogs that I've ever not paid for. But I love them. They're good girls. Okay, guys. America and YouTube's foremost student machinist, Kim Brzelik. Tell a buddy, bring a friend. We'll see you next time, and thank you for watching.